I hate to break it to you, but your antivirus sucks. One of the most common questions I get asked is, what's the best antivirus? You know, I just want to protect my computer. What's the best antivirus? Well, the truth is, they all suck. And I'm going to give you 5 reasons why they suck. And then we'll kind of talk about what are we going to do about that. So let's get number 1. Antivirus only uses 2 techniques for discovering malware, viruses, bad shit, whatever you want to call it. It uses definitions and it uses heuristics. So what's a definition? A definition is basically that. It has a bunch of files that basically says, hey, if a program does this, it looks at the definition, compares it, and says, oh, this is a virus. So what's that? What's the problem with that? Well, false positives, false negatives. Now they got really fancy and they put heuristics in. And there's a few levels of heuristics. Basically, it's behavioral analysis. So what it's going to do is it may detonate the file in like a container and try to see if it looks like one of the files it knows. And you know what? Sometimes it catches stuff, sometimes it doesn't. The funny thing is, most well-written malware will detect when it's running in like a virtual machine or some sort of container, and it might just turn off its payload. And if it turns off its payload, guess what? It doesn't get detected and it gets to run anyway. Which brings me to number 2, it's easily bypassed. It is so easy to take a piece of malware and just change the code a little bit, and most antivirus programs will miss it. So you might think, oh, I'm safe, I'm 100% safe, I'm browsing the internet, I got antivirus, I'm safe. No, it's pretty easily bypassed. Number 3, it's going to slow down your computer. And if you have a hard drive and you don't have a solid state drive, it's probably going to be worse. Have you ever had that time where maybe around lunchtime or at the beginning of a Monday or something like that where your computer is just running horribly slow, your business, like it's an older computer, it's got a hard drive? It's probably because the antivirus is doing a full disk scan. And during that time, your computer is just getting hammered and you can't be productive, you can't work or anything like that. Now that effect is a lot less on like a solid state drive, like newer machines, like take like a Surface or something like that, a Microsoft Surface, Dell XPS, something like that has solid state drive in it. If it's flash based like what your phone has, it's going to handle that a lot better. But it's still going to use processing cycles, so it's still going to use your CPU. So if you're trying to do something productive, it's still going to be slower than what it normally would be. Number 4, free antivirus is basically giving your privacy away. See, everybody thinks that free is good. Well, free comes with strings, right? They might install a browser extension that will sell your browsing data. It could be something where it puts it in your email signature line automatically after it scans like your email. So it's taking data, taking your privacy, and you think it's free. Number 5 is it doesn't catch vulnerabilities in software. Antivirus is great for catching known malware, but when it comes to vulnerabilities, stuff that can actually lead to you being hacked, lead to you being compromised in some fashion, vulnerabilities are far more of an issue than what people think. So if you run older software that's not getting patched, if you run Windows 7 that's not getting patched, it doesn't matter what antivirus you run. There's so many vulnerabilities in that software that somebody can exploit that, and the antivirus won't stop it. So what do we do? So I give you 5 reasons. What do we do? Well, the truth is, you still need antivirus. You shouldn't run a computer without it. So what do? Well, it turns out Windows Defender and Windows 10 is actually really good. Now, there are some tweaks to it, and maybe I'll cover those in a future video, that you can make it a little bit better than what it is. But security isn't about one product. It's not about one thing. It's a defense in depth strategy. And this is just one part of it. So how you act, how you conduct yourself, the sites you visit, the things that you download, the things that you click on, plays just as much a role in security as the software that you're running to try to stop bad malware or hacking tools or anything else. End user education actually is one of the most important factors for that. So I hope you got a lot out of this. I'm sure you're going to have questions. Comment down below. We can test your security if you want. If you go to techygurus.com/testmysecurity, I'll put a link in the description. We can offer you a 15-minute consultation where we'll kind of walk you through, if you're qualified, what we do to test security. So until next time, be cyber safe.